Okay, now we're going to join with the leg. We're going to join with the first leg. I add 2 markers for the second leg and 1 marker for the first leg. So this is the first one. So here I'm going to remove this marker. You're gonna take this first leg. This is how we crochet. Normally we go this way and not this way, unless you're left-handed. So I'm going this way. So I'm going to put my hook on this stitch right after the marker. Okay, let me pull that tight. Oops. You put your hook into that first stitch, pull up a loop, make sure these 2 are tight, and make your single crochet. So this is my first single crochet. Then I can remove this, and then I just add this as my first stitch. This will be my first stitch. And now you're going to do, you're going to do 14 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. 8, 9, 10. I'm not gonna change color here. I'm just gonna carry on. You make sure you crochet until you have 5 more stitches left. Like here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 more stitches left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see if I have 14 here. Oh, so it's more extra. Maybe I count wrongly. 1, 2, 3 here, because this is the joint. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, sometimes you really have to look at it nicely. But because the number of stitches will determine the next row. If this is wrong, the next row will be wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, this is wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have extra 1. Well, once we join, and if we find that we have less 1, we can do an increase in the next stitch, and we have more, we can do a decrease, just for this row's sake, in case. And let me see. Okay, now I got it right. So from here to here on the leg, it's 14 stitches, and you have 5 more left, and you should have 5 more stitches here, 5 left here. And now you go to the one in front of this marker, go in front of this marker and do a single crochet. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, oops, 18, 19, and 20. Once you have 20 stitches on the body, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 stitch left. And this is the time, and you're gonna connect to this leg. Make sure you go to the stitch that is in front of the marker. Oops. Get rid of this. But once you get rid of this, make sure you don't drop this. Pull tight and continue. You should have 14 stitches on this leg. Oops. Okay, let me do something to the yarn first. At the back it's getting tangled. Okay, so now here it did 14 stitches and I would have 5 stitch left, and here I would have 5 stitch left too. Just like here, there'll be a hole and we're gonna patch it up later on. Okay, this is underneath, you need to patch it up. So here you have 5, here you have 5. You might not be able to see it much because there's so many yarn dangling. Okay. Oh, I didn't accidentally pull out one. Let me see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep, I have 14 here. Where's my hook? So now I'm gonna join it to the first leg with a slip stitch first. It's safer that way because the next stitch, the first stitch, is a decrease. I cannot just jump over to the other side and do a decrease. So I am going to join with a slip stitch and pull tight here. Pull tight. And this is my first stitch. Okay. You add a marker first, and let me see if I go around with that pattern. See whether the number of stitches is right. Okay, I slip stitch here. So let's say I'm gonna do decrease in this 2. This is a decrease, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Somewhere here. Decrease 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the next stitch. So next stitch I'm going to do decrease twice. So 2 stitch become 1, so this is 1 decrease, 2 decrease. Then I should have 7 stitches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After the 7 stitches, it's a decrease. Okay, after the 7, it's a decrease, and then another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here I'm gonna have 2 decreased, 1 decreased, 2. Hopefully I see correctly. 1 decrease. This is 2 decreased. And let's see if I have 10 stitches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I would have a decrease on the last 2 stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this is how I measure, mark my way, especially when you are joining the legs or joining the hand, or this is critical because when we slip stitch here, one of the stitch looks like it has disappeared. So that's why I mark my way and see which is the first stitch. Should I start here or should I start here? Then now you know from here to here, you have to do decrease from here to here and here to here. So let me get this done first. I think there's 1 stitch missing. Let me count again. Once I get this right, I'll show you how to do the next row. Okay, I have my marker, mark it all right now. So now if I want to change color, I can change it. Well, anyway, I already add gray here. Maybe at the bottom here I should get back some orange and some white, because bear in mind, I'm not sure why I did white here. So I want the tail to have a little bit of white, so that when that white part I sew here, it looks better. Okay, that's the headache of changing color. Wait, let me see. Okay, this is the place. This is the starting point. Hope you can see, even though with all this mess, you can follow the written pattern and add marker all around. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so now I'm going to start off with a decrease. I'm going to go to the same stitch that I slip stitch. This slip stitch is to hold these 2 legs together just nicely, because I cannot start with a decrease. It's kind of difficult. So you go back to that first stitch. I'm going to use the front loop of that first stitch and the second loop of the second stitch. Put through 2, put through 2. So this is my first stitch. Now how did I know it's that same stitch? Because here you can count back. You need to have 10 here, you need to have 7 here, so you count back and you will know where you should start. Now I'm going to do 10 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is not exactly easy to hold because all these are in the way. So you have 10 here. Make sure when it's not really fully sealed, try and add some stuff in here, here and here, except when you go along. So after this 10 single crochet, I'm going to do 2 decrease. Now put your finger here, remove the marker. You go to the front loop of the first stitch and the back loop of the second stitch. Now I have to hold the body and the leg together. And another decrease. So after these 2 decrease, you're gonna do 7 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After this 7 single crochet, I'm going to do a decrease. And after this decrease, another 7 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After this 7 single crochet, there will be 2 decrease again. Put your finger here. This is 1. Wait, this is confusing because this yarn is kind of thin there. This is 1, and this is my second decrease. Don't worry, it will get easier, not tougher. This is only one part of the critical part. After this, it's easy. Just like life, right? Once you jump over the obstacle. Oops, let me see. Because this gray yarn is kind of fine, it's of a different brand. So I did do decrease, and now I'm gonna do 10 single crochet. 1, 2, wait, 1, 2, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is now the part that is so difficult to hold because all these are dangling. And the last 2, you're gonna do a decrease. And I have come back to my first stitch here. Oof, success. And now to add a bit of a stuffing in each hole here. Okay, these 3 colors really striking. Okay, I mark my way. Yeah, row 23, you should have 41 stitches. So row 24, this is row 24, and I've marked my way. And since I have add marker to mark my way, I'm going to think of colors now. Since I have 2 rows of gray, maybe now it's time to add a bit of orange and white, because I want the tail to be white. It's up to you how you add colors. Okay, now I can concentrate on some colors. Let's see, maybe add colors on the top here, and since the leg is dangling and kind of difficult, I'll just leave it as gray. Maybe I'll add some orange here and some whites. I'm not sure. Let's see. Now row 24, is start with a decrease. So you're gonna hold it this way. You remove this marker, put your finger here. You're gonna start with the decrease and make sure this part is tight enough. You're gonna place your hook on the front loop of the first stitch and the back loop of the second stitch. Put through 2 by 2. So this is my first stitch. After this decrease, I'm going to do 8 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. After this 8 single crochet, I'm going to do decrease. There will be 2 decrease here. So normally if there are decrease, I will not change color. It's kind of difficult, so I'll just let it be as a decrease first. So this is 1 decrease, 2 decrease. So after this decrease, I'm going to do 5 single crochet. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here I'm going to change it to white because there's a lot of gray here. So I'm going to change it to white. Where's my white yarn? This is number 2. Oops. This is 2, 3, 4, and 5. So after this 5 single crochet, you go into a decrease, take the front loop and then the back loop into a decrease. So after this decrease, you're gonna do single crochet in the next 6 stitch. So I'll do 1 first, then maybe change it back to yellow. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 single crochet in here. I'm going to do decrease and decrease. So I remove 1, change my color before I reach the decrease. I know that sounds cheating. Anyway, this is like a splash of color, so I don't really have to concentrate on how many white I should use. I mean, how many white I should do or how many gray. So long it's decrease or increase, and leave it alone. So this is my 6th. Then here I do decrease. 1 decrease. Oops. 2 decrease. Then after the 2 decrease, I'm going to have 8 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me change it to gray a bit. Since the gray is nearby. Oh, it's difficult to hold this. I need the table to support the cat. It's kind of difficult to hold it on me. Oops. Because it's getting heavier with the cat. Six, 7, and 8. And the last 2 stitch is going to be a decrease. And we have completed row 24. So row 24, you should have 34 stitches. Again, I've marked my way around for row 25. You can refer to the written pattern. So here, row 25, I'm gonna start off with a decrease. Oops. I need to place it on the table. Okay, this is a decrease. Take the front loop of the first stitch and the back loop of the second stitch. This yarn is just too soft. I can't remember what brand is this, but it's way more soft than the other 2 cotton yarns, so it's kind of difficult to hold when you're doing amigurumi. But if you're doing clothes, it will be very comfortable to wear. So first we start off with a decrease, then we're going to do single crochet in the next 6 stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. After this 6th stitch, I have to do decrease. Oh, okay. I have to do 2 decrease. I might as well change color now. Change it to white. Remember the hold tight here. Remove this bubble. And here, I'm gonna do 2 decrease. 1 decrease. 2 decrease. So after these 2 decrease, I will have 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. After 4 single crochet, you should have a decrease. Yeah, maybe I should add yellow here for this decrease. Hold on tight to it. Then I do a decrease. After this decrease, there will be 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're gonna have 2 decrease. 1 decrease. Should I change to white? Yeah, maybe. Let me see. Hopefully I can remember there's another decreased. 1 decreased. And 2 decrease. After these 2 decrease, you're gonna have 6 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After 6 single crochet, and the last stitch should be a decrease. I'm slowly getting rid of this gray, so it's gonna be white and orange. Oh, look at that! It can't stand now because this part is not ready yet. And for row 25, you should have 27 stitches. Okay, I'm going to cut this. It's in the way. I'm going to leave a long tail and pull it over here so that I can sew this hole here. So just leave a long tail. I'm not sure how long. At least get some of the tail so that if you find holes anywhere during here, like here, maybe holes when we are doing decreased, and then we can match it, patch it back, because this is one color, so I can just use one yarn to patch any holes, whereas this I have 3 colors. In case I want to patch a place where it's orange, then I have to use an orange yarn. So this one, yeah, I add stuffing just now a bit more. So this one, you just use a tapestry needle and bring it down to the bottom. Just where is it? Oh, it got tangled. Oh, sorry. It really got tangled. Let's see. Okay, so now this is the yarn. I'm gonna bring it to the inside here. There's a hole here, so I'm just gonna bring it inside here and stitch up this part. You can stitch it now or you can stitch it later. It's up to you. Since I have the yarn, I might as well. Okay, because I do not want the gray yarn to interfere here. One more yarn chucking out. So here, let me just show you. Even though this is orange, doesn't really matter because this is inside. You just use the gray yarn and stitch it up. Stitch up both sides. All you have to do is just go to that stitch, one stitch on the body, and 1 stitch on the leg, and you just pull. Oops, like this. At first you can keep it loose because you need space, and later when you really pull, it will seal shut. So you just sew all the way here to here, then I will continue the back. Okay, I've sewed the sides here. So now this part, let's continue. Now it's kind of difficult to hold with all these legs and stuffing. So you're gonna start off by making a decrease. So after this decrease, I add a marker because this is my first stitch. After decrease, you're going to do 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And after this 5 single crochet, you're going to do decrease again. After this decrease, you're going to do 3 single crochet. 1, 2, I'm going to change color. I'm going to change to yellow as if I have another choice. Now I only have yellow and white. 1, 2, 3. This is the 3rd stitch. Let's pull this away. After 3 single crochet, the next stitch is going to be a decrease. Gonna use the front loop and the back loop. Oops. A decrease. After decrease, there'll be 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. After this 4 single crochet, there'll be a decrease again. After decrease, there will be 5 single crochet. This is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, and 5. After 5 single crochet, you have 2 more stitch left. This last 2 stitch, you're going to do a decrease. And this row, you should have 22 stitches. Okay, now row 27. I think I'm gonna cut out all this yellow yarn. Then I have less one problem. This one, I'm just going to maybe tie a knot with this. I don't think it will come off because it's already few single crochet inside, so just hide this inside. So the rest will be in white yarn, and don't have to worry about changing color. Okay, now start the row 27. Start with a decrease. Oops, this is narrow. Decrease. This is my first stitch. Let me add a marker on my first stitch. Then there'll be 2 single crochet. Oops. 1, 2, then another decrease, and again followed by single crochet in the next 2 stitch. 1, 2, and now this part here, there will be 3 decrease. One decrease, two decrease, and 3 decrease. And next you're gonna do 2 single crochet, followed by a decrease. Oops. And next, the last set, same thing, 2 single crochet. So 1, 2, and a decrease. Oops. So I'm gonna add more stuffing before I continue. And now the last row, I am going to do, oops, where is the yarn? The yarn went inside. I add more stuffing. So here I'm gonna do 7. Wait, let me get this, make it tighter. You're gonna make 7 decrease. Oops. This is the number 7 decrease, and after 7 decrease you will have 1 more stitch left, and you just do a single crochet. Oops. just do single crochet and leave a bit of a tail to sew the tail. So you remove this, okay. The tail here, I have wire. I hope it won't come off because here there's a I kind of bend it like this, so once it goes in it will kind of pull on all the whatever tail it has inside, and hopefully it won't come off. Oops, and make sure this side the tail does not, the metal does not appear. Let me try and stuck it in as much as I can. Okay, now that's better. And you just grab okay, maybe I'll use this needle. And you just sew all around. You just sew one stitch on the tail and one to the body. Okay, now I'll get back to you once I am done one row. This is how the cat look like. One in black and one in 3 colors. So thank you for watching. Hope you like this pattern. Don't forget to subscribe. The subscribe button is at this corner over here. And I look forward to seeing you in my next post. Bye for now.